Hi, I'm Matthew and this is Caves Game. This week, I knew I was going to show the game to a few people, so I spent a bit of time trying to improve the visuals and the user interface. Firstly, in the build menu over here, each building has a different icon. And secondly, the buildings actually have different sprites as well. You can see here on the sort of build placement tool, I show a picture of what the building's going to look like, and then once you place it, the building has a sprite instead of just being a square like it was before. These sprites are only temporary, they're probably not going to be in the final game, but putting them in makes my playtest better because it helps me understand more. In this case, can players remember what the different buildings do from how they look, is something I wanted to know. And also, this building has a rotating segment inside it. I had to write some code to make that work, so it was useful to discover that that sprite rotation needed to be done. At the playtest, I got a lot of feedback that my controls are quite confusing. In particular, with the different buildings, people didn't really know what the different buildings did. When you select a building over here on the left, you do get a name down the bottom of the screen. You can see it sort of along here, telling you what the building is and how much it's going to cost. But it's on the far side of the screen, and people didn't really notice it. It was never intended to be permanent. All of this sort of big white text isn't intended to be permanent, but it was good to get a reminder that it's not very good. People don't find it very intuitive. Another piece of feedback which I wasn't expecting was about the mines. You can see these red mines. They used to be smaller and they used to be pink. But one player said that when the mines killed him, he felt like it wasn't his fault because they were quite hard to see. So I've made them bright red now. I'm hoping they'll be easier to see, and that if you do happen to get too close to one and get blown up, I want you to feel like it was your fault and not the game being cheap. So that's most of the changes this week, mainly just the new sprites and the systems behind the scenes that make them work, having these sprites also show up as icons in the build menu, and making the mines big and red and easier to spot. See you next time.